YouTube fam, this is part 2 of my series, why the media's influence, black women choosing thugs, bad boys over nice guys, nerds, and uppity Negroes. And the media's influence is, like I was saying before, is very, as I believe, is very prevalent in helping to perpetuate this type of choosing of the general bad boy thug class as mates among young women. And what it does is it helps to perpetuate. I can't prove that it's like a part of a conspiracy to take us down as a people and all that kind of stuff. But as much stuff has been done to us and perpetuated by the government and institutionalized and the institutions of this country, and the corporate systems, it looks just like a conspiracy to me, because what happens is it helps to perpetuate the systems that are already in play to keep us down as a people. When you look at how the educational system prepares young black men to go to prison by labeling ingenious young black men as learning disabled, and then throwing them in the learning disabled class, LD, so to speak. So you psychologically damage a child by labeling him as being handicapped and disabled and unable to properly navigate the academic disciplines that are supposedly needed to be successful in this country. You label him dyslexic, when the fact of the matter is he's extremely creative and extremely artistic, and his mind works 40 to 50 times faster than the average kid, because he's thinking in visual pictures instead of thinking in words. Label him disabled, label him ADD, because he's highly energetic, and throw him in the LD class. Then he comes out, he goes through middle school and high school, and nobody ever taught him how to adjust his mental strategy of thinking to how to read. And I'm really getting off into at the educational system, but it's part of it. That's what dyslexia is when your mind is working so fast and you're thinking in visual images. You're thinking in 3-4 dimensions, but you're looking at a 2-dimensional image, which is letters on a page, on a piece of paper. A piece of ink on a piece of paper is 2-dimensional, not 3-dimensional. So these kids grow up not being taught how to properly, assess the written information on a mental level. So a lot of young black men can't read, and they already have a lot of energy. So if you perpetuate these images through the media, right, you can separate a lot of young black men that are unable to cope with the pressures of the quote educational system, which is really nothing but indoctrination. So they come out, they either drop out or they come out of school, angry and low self-esteem, because they were considered to be told they were stupid, or considered to be lesser than because they didn't do well academically. And that's where a lot of these young boys end up becoming criminals and stuff like that. A lot of the brothers in prison are illiterate, not because they're stupid, because the educational system is designed to not correctly teach them how to properly engineer or redirect their mental strategy for taking in the written word. So then you show these images to the same group of kids, and they say, yeah, okay, yeah, I identify with with Will Smith, with being cool, with hanging out and not going to class, and picking on other kids because I feel bad, stuff like that. And the educational system is designed to create this type of animosity. So you got young boys that are affected by the media too. And another thing is that white people, like these media images where you see the uppity Negro, white people, you never see a white show with somebody trying to act black, and then them being ridiculed by their peers because they're trying to act black. You've never seen that as a co-star on a major sitcom, white sitcom, where there was a white person on the set, one of the characters that was trying to act black and was being criticized by his his comrades for that. But you got a bunch of black shows like that were on major television networks. You know what I mean? And like I said, this continues to perpetuate separation among us, within our own community. So it's a big con job. It's a big mind control project. But then again, slavery was nothing but, a division of trauma-based mind control. That's what happened to us for 350 years, was trauma-based mind control. That's how you keep somebody enslaved. You don't do what I say. You don't talk how I want you to talk. You don't act how I want you to act. You get beat down. It's as simple as that. So you get retrained, through beat downs, through psychological trauma, your children being taken away, and your women being raped, and your men being dehumanized. And so you end up becoming subservient. So it was mind control back then, it's mind control now. And you never see how black people behave in a civilized manner a lot of times on these sitcoms. Malcolm X read the entire dictionary. But at the same time, Will Smith criticized Carlton for pronouncing the ing on the end of his sentences, but in the first episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he told Uncle Phil he read Malcolm X's autobiography twice. So how's it you read it twice, but then you criticize another black man for trying to, up his verbal game as far as using this English language in this country we in? You see what I'm saying? You see the oxymorons, the paradoxes that they embed, within these types of programs. And so this is why you have these types of problems. And the young sisters are, their consciousness has been engineered to see that, virility, masculinity, and the ability to acquire wealth are associated with hyper masculinity and overt aggression and having a threatening posture. And this is where I get into hip hop.